Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. I am super excited because today I am talking about skincare, and if anyone knows me, you know that I'm absolutely obsessed with skincare. I used to work in the skincare section of Sephora. Honestly, it is my passion, and I have to say, like, I love makeup, but like I eventually moved into the makeup color section of Sephora, but I really miss talking about skincare. Skincare is just like, it's my passion. And I'm always looking for like the next best product when it comes to like evening out my skin tone, because I've always struggled with dark spots or hyperpigmentation, which is caused by, at least for me, it's caused by breakouts. And whenever I have a breakout, it tends to leave a mark because, you know, when your skin's healing, it overproduces melanin, and that's when you get the hyperpigmentation. So I've dealt with dark spots my entire life, and it is more prone to people like my skin tone. If you're mixed or if you're like of a deeper skin tone, it's very common to get these dark spots, whereas fair skin tends to like get it a little bit more in the form of almost like a red mark. They can get like dark spots too, but it kind of depends on the skin tone how these dark spots or hyperpigmentation appear. So basically today I wanted to tell you guys about my top ingredients which I love to use for evening my skin tone. On top of that, these ingredients are honestly going to be anti-aging. They're going to help smooth out your skin, so that's literally how I keep my skin looking its best, looking glowy and smooth. And I'm wearing very minimal makeup today, guys. I'm just wearing concealer and I'm wearing no foundation. So like concealer, I put some highlighter on, a little bit of mascara, some clear brow gel, and lip gloss. That's literally all I'm wearing. Years ago, you would have not caught me doing this on camera because I dealt with acne, I dealt with a lot of, you know, hyperpigmentation and texture and stuff, and I've had ups and downs with my skin along the way, believe me. So I just wanted to share with you the ingredients that I find extremely helpful, and I just want to put a disclaimer out there that a lot of these ingredients can be intense for certain people. Like if you are very, very sensitive, you want to be careful. You want to test these ingredients on a very small area of your skin first. Definitely try things of a lower percentage, lower strength before you jump into these products. A lot of these products are a little bit more intense, so I'll give you a little bit more like gentle options if you are someone who is sensitive. But yeah, let's jump into it. So the very first ingredient I want to talk about, honestly, one of my absolute favorite ingredients is lactic acid. So lactic acid is an alpha hydroxy acid. And alpha hydroxy acids are really good because they help to resurface and exfoliate the surface of the skin. And by doing that, it turns over the skin cells faster so that you get that, you know, that fresh, clear skin a lot quicker. So the thing I like about lactic acid, one is I've seen the best results for evening my skin tone with lactic acid. I love a lot of other ingredients, but for some reason lactic acid just does it for me. And on top of that, lactic acid is actually one of the most gentle HAs that you can use on your skin. So if you're someone who's a lot more sensitive, I highly recommend trying lactic acid first. And lactic acid is also known to be safe to use during pregnancy. So there's a lot of different ingredients, and I'll get into those after. I'll just kind of throw them in there because if you're pregnant, like, I feel like these are things that you should know too. And I had a lot of pregnant women come in for products while I worked at Sephora, and they reach for things and I'm like, hey, like, you don't want to be using that right now. There's a lot of things that are actually dangerous during pregnancy. In terms of like products that you can try, this is probably one of the most expensive, but it's one of my favorites, so I have to mention it. This is what I'm using right now. It is Good Genes by Sunday Riley. It is absolutely amazing. This is my all-time favorite lactic acid treatment. The thing I like about it is it's very milky, so it's extremely hydrating. It feels really good on the skin, and it gives you a really nice like tingle on your skin, which is really satisfying. Not only does it have lactic acid, but it also has licorice root as well, and licorice root's also really good for evening out your skin tone. I'm not going to go into too much depth about that ingredient today. If you cannot afford that serum, The Ordinary also has a lactic acid serum. I've heard some amazing reviews about that product, and I know people that really like it, so give it a try. I think it's like honestly $10 or less than $10, which is crazy. So give that one a try first if you can't afford something like that one. But I'll be completely honest with you, I tried it probably about a couple years ago now. I tried it because I was trying to see if I could find a dupe or something that's cheaper than this that does the same thing for me, and I really wanted to like it, but honestly I just didn't. I found it very watery, and I liked the texture, like the consistency of this one more. I felt like it just did more for my skin. It was more hydrating, and the other one, it just honestly didn't do a whole lot for my dark spots. but again, that was just my experience. I've heard other way more positive experiences with that product, so give it a try. The next ingredient I want to talk about is glycolic acid. So glycolic acid is another AHA. It's a little bit more intense, so if you're someone who's extremely sensitive, you might want to be careful with glycolic acid. It can be a little bit more irritating, but if you are pretty tolerant and you can handle a lot of a lot of tingle, a lot of exfoliation, then you may like glycolic acid. And of course, there's products that have a lower dose than others, so you can always ease yourself into it. One thing I want to mention before I go on with this is that all of these ingredients I'm going to mention to you are going to be found in different products. So you can find them in cleansers, you can find them in toners, you can find them in serums, moisturizers, masks. Like, there's so many different types of treatments. I personally like to get these ingredients for the most part through serums. Now, from my personal experience, I find that serums give me the best results the quickest. And the reason for this is that it's a treatment that, one, is going to stay on your skin versus a cleanser that you're just washing off. And two, serums are known to go the deepest into your skin because of the molecule size. So if you ever, do a skincare routine, normally you do your serum first and then your moisturizer after. So that serum's gonna go deep into the skin. It's gonna give you those results faster. So when I pick out these ingredients and the treatments that I wanna use to even out my skin tone, I always go for a serum for the most part because I know that's what's gonna give me the best results. Glycolic acid is also really good, I find, for acne prone skin. If you're someone who gets dark spots from acne prone skin, you'll actually find that glycolic acid not only clears out these spots, but it probably will help your acne quite a bit too. And I found that when I was dealing with a lot of breakouts and especially like a lot of texture, because I used to get a lot of bumps on my forehead and it's really smooth now, and I find that glycolic acid just really keeps my skin in check. So I really like to use glycolic in a toner actually, and I love glycolic in, again, treatments as well, but I find toners with glycolic acid just really help to get in the pores and resurface and like clear out the skin really nicely. I'm currently using this one from Boscia. It's the resurfacing toner, so it has glycolic, your AHA. It also has salicylic, which is a BHA, a beta hydroxy acid, which is really good at clearing out the pores, getting rid of any dead skin cells. It's really good for acne prone skin. And we also have apple cider vinegar in here. So apple cider vinegar is also really good for acne prone skin, and it's really good for balancing your skin's pH level. Oh my goodness, my voice is getting so like hoarse and my throat's dry. Anyways, I've been using this for about maybe a little over a month now, and I love it. It's so good. You do get quite the tingle from it, but honestly, it has done wonders for my skin. I feel like it just really keeps everything clear, and I love how simple the ingredients of this product are. It's just, yeah, there's no like really crazy bad additives and stuff, so I highly recommend this. Honestly, there's so many different glycolic toners out there, but if you're someone who really wants something simplistic and not a lot of crazy ingredients, no fragrances, nothing like that, you want to go a little bit more on the natural side, I highly recommend this toner from Boscia. So I have to mention this product in this video. I've talked about it before, but I absolutely love the Dr. Dennis Gross peel pads. They are absolutely amazing for resurfacing the skin, evening out your skin tone, getting rid of texture. Like, honestly, gets rid of any sort of little bumpies and stuff. I use the extra strength because, again, I am the exfoliating queen. I love exfoliating my skin. I can handle this. Not everyone can. They do have a gentle one and a regular strength one. But, oh my god, I have like 4 or 5 left in there. It's so sad. But anyways, highly recommend. I'm not going to talk too much about this because I have talked about it in other videos. But yes, such a great peel if you want something a little bit more intensive. If you already have a solid skincare routine and you want something a little extra, then I recommend this. If you don't already have a solid skincare routine, don't get this. Like, get yourself a serum before you get this. But this is, I would say, like, is an extra thing. So if I feel like my skin just needs a little extra something, like if I want to go out somewhere, if I have an event or something, I always make sure I do this first because it just has my skin looking its best. You can use them multiple times a week. Honestly, I just kind of save them for when I feel like my skin needs extra pick-me-up because I already get my daily dose of alpha hydroxy acids. So that's what I do, and it also makes them last a lot longer because they are also quite pricey. So yeah, I find that when I just do it when I need to use it, like this box will last me basically like, I feel like it's been over a year now since I bought this box. Now, in terms of other products that you can try for glycolic acid, if you are new to AHAs and you are kind of scared and nervous if your skin's gonna do well with them, a really, really gentle product that you should try out is the First Aid Beauty. Their exfoliating pads, I am just blanking on what they're called right now, but I'll insert a picture for you guys. This is actually the very first product that I tried to try alpha hydroxy acids. The very first year that I started working at Sephora, when I first got introduced to alpha hydroxy acids, I tried this product and it honestly changed my life. Now that I've tried products that are a little bit more intense, I probably won't get as much value out of these products anymore, but for a beginner, they're absolutely amazing. Now, I have to say, when I first started working at Sephora, I think I was around 20 or 21, and I had such bad acne. I was going through this weird phase. All throughout high school, you know, as a teenager and stuff, I had acne on my forehead, and that eventually cleared up, and I thought I was going to be done. But then 2021, I dealt with a whole new bout of this like adult acne, they call it, and I got such bad acne along here, and like underneath here I'd get like these really big hard ones that were really uncomfortable, and I had really bad hyperpigmentation from that too. So I tried this, and I used them consistently, like every morning, every single night, every single day, because they were quite gentle, so you could use them like that. I use my cleanser first, and then I go in with this as a toning pad, because it is like a toner too. It's a toner and exfoliator in one, and honestly it just completely changed my skin. That is what cleared out my skin, and then I was just like, oh my god, these alpha hydroxy acids have saved my life. They changed my life, and I got really into it, and I tried new products and stuff. But if you have never tried alpha hydroxy acids before, or chemical exfoliators as they call them, then definitely try that product out. There's also a lot of other serums. Honestly, like most brands have some sort of glycolic serum, so definitely shop around, see what works for you. I would definitely read the ingredients, do your research. Drunk Elephant also has a pretty good one. That one's pretty intense too though, so make sure that you are, you can handle the intensity of that one. Youth to the People also has 11% AHA toner, which contains glycolic acid, so that is another really good one. And again, if you're looking for that clean ingredients brand, then that is a good way to go. And Kate Somerville also has this exfoliator called Liquid Exfoliate, and it is an AHA treatment. There's so many different types of products out there for glycolic acid, so just do your research. A thing I do want to mention though is that you have to look out for where the placement of the ingredient is in the ingredients list, especially if the ingredient percentage is not listed on the packaging, because if your glycolic or lactic acid is all the way at the bottom of the list, chances are you're probably not going to get very good results from that product. You definitely want it to be one of the first ingredients in the list, or at least in the top 10. Definitely check out for that, because a product could honestly say, oh, this is a glycolic serum, and glycolic could be like the third last ingredient, and then you're like, okay, well, this is definitely not going to help my skin very much. So it's sneaky, but it's just the way it is. It happens a lot, unfortunately. So the next ingredient I want to talk to you about is retinol. So some people get confused between what retinol does and what alpha hydroxy acids do. So basically, retinol is your ingredient that's going to take all those brand new skin cells that are way below the surface of the skin, and they bring it up to the surface of the skin, whereas the alpha hydroxy acids scuff off the dead stuff. So honestly, using retinol and alpha hydroxy acid together is very effective, because again, you have alpha hydroxy acids getting rid of the old cells, and then the retinol is bringing in the new cells. Retinol is also known to be really good for anti-aging, so if you're looking for an anti-aging treatment that's also going to keep your skin looking glowy and smooth, then definitely get yourself some retinol. I've recently been using this retinol serum from Kate Somerville, and I have to say, I really like it. And this is not just retinol, it's actually retinol and vitamin C. It's got a very smooth consistency. It feels so good on the skin, and I have to say, it's actually been evening my skin out pretty well too. I use this every single night before I go to bed. Retinols, you tend to just want to use them at nighttime just because it is a little bit more intense, and when you're out in the sun, it can cause some damage to your skin. Also with alpha hydroxy acids though, you want to keep in mind that if you are using an alpha hydroxy acid, you absolutely need to make sure you're protecting your skin with sunscreen. I just want to put it out there though, you should also just wear sunscreen anyways, because sunscreen is honestly the ultimate anti-ager, because the sun causes so much damage, and the sun is what's going to be aging you the most in your life. So I would definitely make sure you have an SPF no matter what. But if you are using alpha hydroxy acids, retinols, you absolutely need to make sure you're protecting your skin. There's certain AHAs that are safe to use in the morning, like this one. You can use AM and PM, but there are some that are a little bit stronger that you just want to use at nighttime. So another product I want to tell you about for retinol. Now, This is a very intense product. So this is for people that are a little bit more experienced with skincare, that can handle a little bit of a tingle, that can handle some skin peeling, because that may happen, but once it's over, your skin's gonna look so fresh. Beginner, people that have never tried retinol, don't try this product. And I had so many newbie clients that have never tried retinol before come into my store and tried to buy this product, and I was like, don't do it, because we get everything to try, and it was intense. So this is the Drunk Elephant Passioni. Honestly, I don't even know how to say it, but it is intense, guys. And I'm not just saying that, it's intense. And I'm someone who can handle anything, and if I use this 2 or 3 days in a row, my skin would literally peel. I want to say some important things in terms of using this product if you are interested in using this, because a lot of people just don't really pay attention to the instructions. And whenever I had clients, I always was very strict on how to use this product. But unfortunately, I wasn't there every single day, and some people just pick things up without asking for help. And there was a lot of people that returned this product because they used it completely wrong. So first thing you want to know is that you only want to use, honestly, the tiniest pea-sized amount of this treatment. And when you use it, you want to mix it in with another hydrating product. So whether it is a moisturizer or a face oil, you want to make sure you're mixing it and not just using the retinol treatment on its own. It's not just like a moisturizer that's going to hydrate you. It's an intense retinol treatment, and you need the hydration. So I can't express that enough. And also, how often you're using it. I honestly would not use it more than once, maximum twice a week. Anyone who tries to use this every single day, guys, your face is gonna peel off. Honestly, like I said, it peels your skin. If you have a lot of damaged skin that you need to resurface, this is gonna do the trick. It got rid of some of my darkest, most stubborn dark spots ever, but it's not something that you can use for long periods of time. Again, you use it a little bit, you take a break, and then you use it again. So be careful when you're choosing your skincare. Be careful when you're using these products, because a lot of them are really, really intense. Honestly, I would suggest that this product is probably way too intense to be on shelves, honestly. Yeah, there's definitely some retinols that I feel like should just be over the counter. It's really cool though that this is available for everyone and it's for easy access, but at the same time there's risk there because there's going to be a lot of people that aren't using these products correctly. If you're interested in it, make sure again you do your research, you test it, make sure you're okay with it, make sure it's something that's for you, because it's not for everybody. Another retinol that I tried before that I really liked is from Dr. Dennis Gross. It's his ferulic acid and retinol. I recently used that product and I actually really liked it. I felt it did make my skin look quite glowy, it evened things out, and yeah, my skin was just happy when I used it. So that's another one that I would suggest. Honestly, there's so many retinols out there, I can't really talk about all of them. So the next thing I want to talk about is vitamin C. So vitamin C can be a very effective way to brighten even your skin tone, but there's also a lot of things that you need to know when choosing vitamin C. I have to say I do really like this one, and I think the vitamin C in this one's pretty solid because it did help to even out my skin tone quite a bit, but I have tried a lot of vitamin C serums that have done absolutely nothing for my skin. Some key points that you need to know. First of all, vitamin C is extremely sensitive to light. And a lot of serums, unfortunately, out there have these bottles that are see-through or pretty clear, and the sun can easily get to them. One of the main ones that come to my mind, and sorry, I don't like saying negative things about brands or anything, but Ole Henriksen's True Serum. So Ole Henriksen's True Serum, I mean, there's a lot of things that are kind of wrong with that product, to be honest. I'm not going to go through all of them today. I'm pretty sure that Hiram, if you haven't heard of Hiram, he is a skincare specialist. He has a lot of really good videos. I would definitely check him out. But I'm pretty sure he did a little bit more in-depth video on this. When I first started at Sephora, I thought all those Ole Henriksen products were the best, and the True Serum was amazing and stuff because it was so hyped up at the time. But honestly, it really didn't do a lot for my skin. And when you look at this product, for one, the packaging is this glass container that allows a lot of light through. As soon as you open this product, as soon as you take it out of the box, the light from the windows, the light from wherever in your house is going to affect this product, and it's not going to be very potent or powerful anymore. It's going to lose its effectiveness. The next thing that you notice with this product is that it doesn't have any percentage on the packaging whatsoever about how much vitamin C is actually in the product. And this is concerning. So the thing with vitamin C is that it can very much easily lose its effectiveness depending on what ingredients it's mixed with. You have to make sure that the vitamin C keeps its potency and it keeps its effectiveness and it's stabilized. So vitamin C can be very easily unstabilized depending on what ingredients it's mixed with. This is why companies, they have to go through a big process, honestly, when putting that percentage of an ingredient on their packaging, because there's a lot of different tests and there's a whole different board that they have to go through to make sure that that is real, that that is effective, that it's accurate, that it's actually maintaining this percentage. There's actually quite a few products out there that don't have a percentage on their vitamin C, but there's a lot that actually do. So definitely keep a lookout for that. Keep a lookout for vitamin C that has a package that is sealed in a way that sun can't get to it. For example, this one right here. The vitamin C can't be affected by the sun because the packaging is completely solid. My experience with vitamin C, I have to say, is not as positive as AHA's. When I want to get rid of my dark spots, I get way more results out of using alpha hydroxy acids than vitamin C, but I do like using them together. I find it's very effective when you use them together. And also another thing to know about vitamin C is it's just really good for your skin. Honestly, it's collagen boosting, so it's anti-aging, and it's just, yeah, it's a really good, healthy ingredient for your skin. So I would definitely suggest incorporating some vitamin C into your skincare routine, but don't be shocked if it doesn't completely get rid of all your dark spots. You might need something that's a little bit more intense. Definitely need to make sure you're exfoliating your skin. So the next ingredient I want to talk about is turmeric. Turmeric is actually a really powerful ingredient for evening and brightening the skin. And when I say brightening, I mean just making your skin look more glowy. I'm not talking about bleaching or anything like that. I'm completely against skin bleaching, and it's a very, very big problem. Unfortunately, I actually had quite a few people come into Sephora when I worked there asking for skin bleaching creams. It's just like, honestly, it disturbs me. But anyways, moving on. Yeah, so turmeric is actually really, really good for your skin. And I don't know if you guys know this, but it is very commonly used in India, especially before any sort of, ceremonies, weddings. They actually often make their own, turmeric masks, and it's just like a really good beauty mask. There's actually quite a few different masks and scrubs out there that you can get from Sephora that have turmeric in them. So one of them is this Cora Organics mask. I tried a couple samples and I did really, really like it, and I probably would purchase in the future. And then there's also the Volition scrub. I actually like to use it as a mask and a scrub, so I put it on my skin for like 10 minutes and then I wash it off. The only thing I have to say though is with scrubs, as much as I love a scrub, you have to be careful because scrubs can cause little micro tears in the skin and actually cause them more damage. So ideally, chemical exfoliators are actually better and more gentle on your skin than physical exfoliators, and physical exfoliators are scrubs. But yeah, I do like a scrub, but make sure when you're using them, you're being very gentle. You're not like going in like a crazy person, so be gentle with it. Again, turmeric is just a really, really good ingredient for your skin. So another thing I want to talk about, so I just talked about all the ingredients that I really like for evening brightening your skin. There's one ingredient that I really want to talk about that is a big no-no in my mind, and I just kind of want to warn a lot of people because some people just don't realize it, and that ingredient is hydroquinone. So hydroquinone is a skin lightening ingredient. It actually destroys the melanin. It's not like an exfoliator like the HAs I talked about, and it's commonly sold over the counter at you can find it at a drugstore, you can find it at Walmart. I was introduced to this ingredient, it was a long time ago. It was probably like 6 or 7 years ago now. I was dealing with really bad acne. When I say really bad, okay, probably not as bad as some people, and I understand that. I honestly was lucky that I didn't have extreme cystic acne, but it was bad for me. I didn't know what to do about my dark spots, and I think it was a beauty advisor at Shoppers or something that actually recommended hydroquinone for me, and at the time I just didn't really know better. I was like, oh, is this gonna help? And they're like, yeah, it's really good for lightening dark spots. So I went to the drugstore with my mom, we got it over the counter, and I was using that for a while, and at first I was noticing results, and then over time I actually was starting to see some worse results. So my skin started getting very irritated, it started getting red, and also I was noticing that my spots that seemed to be going away actually looked like they were getting worse. So I stopped, and I actually decided to do more research about this ingredient. So I started researching it online, and all these really disturbing articles about hydroquinone being connected to cancers came up, and I was very concerned. So I did more research about this, and this ingredient is actually banned in a lot of countries. So that's concerning. It's banned in a lot of countries, but Canada allows us to use it. A lot of countries, you'd be surprised what's allowed in our country. And a lot of countries actually ban so many ingredients that we allow here. And it makes you wonder, like, how safe is the stuff that we're putting on our skin? But anyways, I'm pretty against hydroquinone. I've done enough research to suggest to me that this is not a safe ingredient that we should be using on our skin, and I had my own negative results from it, so I decided not to use it again. And oh, I did mention earlier I did want to talk about pregnancy. So again, lactic acid is a safe AHA to use during pregnancy, but they say to stay away from retinols, glycolic acid, and salicylic acid. Sometimes you can kind of get away with salicylic as long as it's under the 2% mark. I think the same with glycolic, don't quote me on that. Retinol, I believe, is one of those ingredients you just completely want to stay away from altogether. Like, just don't use retinol when you're pregnant. Of course, you can do more research about this. You can ask a doctor. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of ingredients you want to stay away from when you're pregnant. So anything I suggested to you today, if you're a pregnant woman, I just want to put that out there. But anyways, guys, I hope you guys liked this video. I hope it was very informative for you. If you did like it, make sure you give it a thumbs up below. I would really appreciate it. And I'd also really love it if you join the family, so hit that subscribe button and also click the bell notification just to let you know when I've uploaded a new video. I hope you guys have an amazing day, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.